Hello. Testing. Hello. Hello. Testing, testing. One, two, three. Let's check. So let's check the piece what song? Still playing. It's the same song. Main menu song. So choose song. Alright, we're starting with five. I mean the new episode, episode 4. Someone fell from the bridge. Reading through the file of an old. Okay, it was the first case of my long-time mentor Mia Fey. Terry Paulus, charged kidnapping, murder, sentence, death penalty. Sorry. Who's this? 8 hours ago. Our very first client was death row inmate for the whole year. For, yeah. February 16, 9:24 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 4. Oh, I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to die. I never should have accepted this case. Eek. Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. I didn't do nothing. I swear. I didn't kill nobody. Terry Follis, my first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago and now a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So why did you escape anyway? Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lied. I didn't escape from nowhere. But Mr. Follis, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago. Sorry, I told a little lie. Oh boy. But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody. Sorry for asking, but you're on a death row, right? I'm really sorry. They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was tricked. I tell you, that woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it. I didn't kill her. I could never do that. Two days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Then about 8 hours later, policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. The police believe that Terry Follis did it. After you escaped, did you meet the policewoman? Silent. Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped. So that much is true. I did meet with the victim, but I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive. It is true. I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Huh? Oh, God. You're not going to figure out the truth by just starting at the guy. Why are you here? I came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big, scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. Where is Mr. Brosberg? That old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. I didn't say... So Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me. No, you've got it all wrong. Today you're the finest. Sitting up. Don't. Let me adjust the mic. It's been a while. I didn't play this game because it's all the text, reading. Anyway, let's do this. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine an escaped death row convict for a first client. Yeah, thanks. I sure wish I could get out of it though. Okay. Relax. I just heard some good news. prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned the reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. I think he means Edgeworth. Genius? Well, it's about time, Fed and Kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time. Let's go. Solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple childlike voice, save a child was okay, and I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. Okay. How do I? Okay, February 16, 10 a.m. District Court number 4. Oh, different judge now. Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Fawless. Yeah, the defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Oh, it's Edgeworth, but younger. I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers. Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fay. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. So you're the new prosecutor I was talking about, eh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor. Guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet. Huh? Gotta do the coffee. Okay. Come on, Mia. You can't lose not to someone younger than you. Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct? Precisely. But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So we are here to determine if Mr. Fawless was responsible for her death. You got it, kitten? Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Your Honor, it was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Fawless, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. Truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. Correct, but in the end, what finally decided the case was certain witness testimony. Witness testimony. The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Fawless at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Fawless throw his young victim into the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. So Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away. That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be exactly the victim. The same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Hawthorne? I'm sure I'm busting that name. Okay. Oh, I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago. With only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. Makes sense. Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now. The judge. Yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty. خلاص. بيخلص القضية. Wait a minute, that's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. Girl. Watch yourself, Miss Faye. I am not sure I care for your word choice or your tone of voice. That Von Karma attitude from Edgeworth, يا أخي. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders. Why you are even younger than me, you hypocrite. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness. I call the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. Okay. It's always the same detective, the detective come show. Witness, state your name and occupation. Come show, come show. I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago. I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Hey ma'am, you got any idea how much work it takes? Well, what is it? You are really gorgeous. Excuse me? No, seriously, my heart, it's aching for you. Oh man. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional, otherwise I will write you up on contempt. So quick that something other than your heart will ache. Okay, I got it. Now, detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir, right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir, I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. Let's go. This is a sketch of the Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. Okay. And the river that runs under there is the Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir. I see. Dusky Bridge map added to the court record. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the ridge, then you have no proof that they even met there. Your Honor, hold on. If you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you will be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm not sure I like you waging your finger at me as though I were some poser. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me and get ready. Maybe he's drinking tea now instead of coffee. Okay. Summary of the incident. Hold on. Let me just get my guide. Because yeah, awesome. Great book. Okay. Yes. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to the dusky bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Follis. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Follis was arrested at the police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Hmm. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Naturally. Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming right up. Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you are gonna make me spill my coffee. Oh, I still drink this coffee. I am not trembling. Uh, it's just cold in here. The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, all right, especially for beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean the defendant, the witness. Everyone's a beginner in here. Huh? You got me there. Maybe you should keep your clothes out and show them What you have got, kitten? No, it's okay. Yeah. Stay calm. Just something. Okay. Okay. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. Summary of the incident. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the surgeon and asked to meet. Surgeon, yeah, it's the same one. Okay, then that's where she was, brutally murdered. He's saying his testimony. Let's press on the. Okay, listen up, kitten. There is a big trap waiting for you in that testimony. Trap. Walk into it carefully, and it will leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun? Huh? No, it's not. Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you'd better get some more information. And if you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards. The ever famous contradictions. I sure hope you can find some of those. Let's press on the first state. This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? The one who called Surgeon Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Follis. Oh, what? The defendant called her? He's so surprised. Surgeon Hawthorne was a very through person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Follis. Follis. A note. Yeah, a top secret memo that she left in her desk. Victim's note added to the court. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Follis. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me? Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. It's that detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person. Hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to. Was that a trap? With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. هلا مانتس هاي مترجم حاضرين ترجمة حاضرين شو اخبارك؟ That was stolen. 1, 2, 3, and this was. Mr. Follis had a car then. Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? لعبة المحقق هذه فينيكس رايت تدافع عن شو اسمه في قضايا كل حلقة في قضايا انت تدافع عن الشخص اللي يطلب منك المساعدة. What you mean the defendant drove his own car? No, no, of course not. It was stolen. انت في البداية الحين بداية الحلقة دي. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves. Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything? This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. Oh, that doesn't look too comfortable. Victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah. Huh. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. We're talking about a woman here. There's Zoya. You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back, nice and firm. Condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? Here's a photo of the trunk. Don't see anything strange, do you? Police checkpoint was set up at the base of... okay. I have to press it again. I should show him some evidence there. There's a photo. Let's Your Honor, what do you think of this statement? I don't think. Oh shit! I did the wrong. Yes, I don't think. I chose the wrong picture. ستريت فايتر مش الحين يا حبيبي، يا سلعة والله. مزاجي هنا. Witness. What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye? I'm sorry. I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I have ever had to actually address someone like that. You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Say there, little kitten, want a piece of my coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. Come on, Mia. Shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective. Yes, ma'am. This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct? Yeah, that's what I said. Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim. The note? It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Thus, this special request. I have one very simple question for you, detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. And you stopped there. You should have looked for it. caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I would expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this? So, that pause. You see, the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you are searching is so desperately for is this one per chance? Ah, where did you find that, sir? On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. ما انا بس حمد اقول لك انا يا سلع ما لعبه يعني. ما في هذا دش ستريم ما غير لعبه عرفت خلاص في عندي خطه يعني. هي كلها كلام كلها كلام الاكشن كله في الكلام في تحقيقات يعني. Why didn't you tell me? I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know. That hot shot sure has a flair for the dramatic. Okay, Mantis. على خير. It's not exactly white as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. So it looks like it spent some time in the mud. Not surprising, it was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth, he was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. The court will accept the scarf into evidence. Scarf added it to the court record. Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I would like to move on with the testimony. That is alright with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck. Very good now. If we are done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Forrest did indeed meet on that bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it. Everything is moving at his whim. Don't forget, kitten, there is a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. A genius, huh? Okay, let's see. Okay, now he changed it to Stony. Actually, there is an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows Vic wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day. Fortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off. Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up. It is about 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say that it was a intentioned third party. A potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. I am not sure how I feel about that. Witness photo. Okay. So as you can see, Terry Follis had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. Hmm. The truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty. No, that again, that's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. Hmm. What do you mean? Hmm. Okay, cross-examination. Actually, eyewitness. Let's see. رديت عليك رديت عليك يا حمد. قلت لك يا اسلم اللعبة. شو قصدك يمكن تطلع شي مسج؟ طبعا. آم، عطني شي نص ساعة يمكن ادخل عندك. خلاص اوكي. عمي. آه، Events of Dusky Bridge Crossing Damnation. وين ده؟ بسرعة. Dusky. So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct? Yeah, and fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere, but this is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk. Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Something isn't right. Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it about this photo of the trunk that doesn't fit with the testimony? Not sure. You get? Yes. Naturally, the answer is right around here, I think. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, seems to me that Miss Faye could use a trunk herself. What? One that should, the one that she could hide all her bitter memories from this trial, and that is. Ho 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 ho! You truly are a genius of sarcasm and a wordplay. Oops, it looks like I really put my foot in my mouth that time. شيت غلط. شو طاف خرب عليه انت الحين. شوف ابغى اركز. غلطت الحين في الكيس. إيه؟ كيف تو غلط؟ بكتب سكوت. زين سويت على بكتب سكوت. طاب محترم. اي طاب محترم. Just let's lick your wounds clean and then go after him again. It is no matter how bitter the memory, it can never be as bitter as dark black coffee. Alright, Mia, you have got to think harder this time. Now then, let me ask you one more time. What is it about this photo of the truck that doesn't fit? It's the code. Is it? Again? What? Oh man. Again, save. خلنا save شو. الوضع صعب علي. save. بعد مرة. كود. Okay, now it's right. Okay. Recall the testimony for the conditions on the bridge that day. أيوه حضروا. It was drizzling and foggy, dusky bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. That's exactly right. The other day I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff period was befouled. I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. Your Honor had fallen in the shower instead of a muddy street. The glorious hockey beard pride of the legal league would be wet but not muddy. Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken. Can you prove? Okay, technical. Okay. اوكي خذ راحتك حمد. Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? The surface of the bridge? Huh? A real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. Neither would a real woman. Okay. Of course I can. Oh shit. غلطة بعد باكل مني 3 حبات يا ريال. خلي اضبط الوضع يعني. um, objective. Hey, present the scarf. Let's go. The evidence is this scarf. Should be obvious. The scarf fell into the bridge and got this muddy. Means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud. Ugh. No, I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo. Hey, same to you, buddy. Miss Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me. I do admit that there appears to be contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we? Alright, it's not like he's really giving me a choice here. You're doing pretty well for a little kitten. Mr. Armando. No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murderer. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? The false evidence. It's one of those three. What you said just now, I'm not sure I like that. That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it. Hey, Mr. Armando Diego. This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know? Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. But we won't let him. We will expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is. Yes, the false evidence in this case is the witness's testimony. It is a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victims down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen? Yeah, that's what the witness told us. That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all. That's true. Not just true, it's the truth. There was a truly decisive witness in this case. I'm certain that boy wonder over there would have called them in the first place. Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all. Sorry. You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time. Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time. Um, what Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth? Now let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead. Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution's summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes. This is it, Mia. The battle begins here. Witness, what is your name and occupation? هذه مصيبة. Everyone is so silent that I can hear their hearts going pitter patter. Oh, when I look at you, how can I put it? You look as scrumptious as a double and a dozen donuts holes. شكلي غازل هذا. I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a verdict just to have a bite. Hey, not so fast. As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You are a true gentleman. Miss Faye, you could learn a lot from this man. If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me. Sir, yes, my dear. This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause. Not at all. It's no trouble at all. Now then, may we please have your name and occupation? My name is Melissa Foster. I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department. You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, right? And you are the one who took this photo. Is that accurate? How can you be so mean? Now see here. What are you doing shoving that in her face like that? Her face. Well, but it's just a photograph. It's not like something dangerous. Next time I'll be forced to penalize you. Uh-oh. I don't like the turn this has taken. Is she staring at me? And you would be? Huh? I am the defense attorney. My name is Mia Faye. I see. So you are... Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I will do my best. مشكلة هذه. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wild flowers. Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police. شو بهالجذبة هذه؟ جذبتها شو؟ هلا مانتس موجودة. سوري أحسن. زي هذا السويتش، يا سلام على السويتش. By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred? I believe the map would be of help here. I was standing right over here. 5 yards, okay. I'm standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs. So you took the photo from that location, eh? I brought the camera I was using at the time. Just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to. بعد بنك كلها بنك هذه بنكي هو what a cute camera just like its owner. غازل خلاص اخترب. مشكلة الشياب هذا. حمد مشكلة. مكتوب شوي. Alright then, Miss Faye, time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again and you will feel the wrath of my javel. The witness photograph. عندي فاقة دي لي 4 حبات. أنا سيب. I was using نشوف أي fourth statement. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why did you take a photo? Well, the two of them were really going at it. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be news reporter. I guess that's part of me just kind of took over. Smells like a lie. Yes, I understand completely. Can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. Still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on. So he wanted to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearing on this. All I could do was to use my camera. So I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police. كتاب الكتروني. محمد الالعاب مو حد الكهف. فوتو Witness, when you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? Or all I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally, that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see, the photo we presented was the only one there was. But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it. My apologies, young lady, but Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit. You can certainly downplay a situation, can't can't he? I sorry, I'm very bad girl. استخدم عواطف هذه أحسن. تكسب الجمهور، تكسب القاضي. I am. I used it all up. The film, I mean. You ran out of film? Oh, this photo was the last one. What? Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all of the photographs she took that day. All the other photos are of the witness herself, playing among the wild flowers. Witness herself? Then who took the photos? Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it. So you took photos of yourself. I remember taking some photos of myself once too. I was way ahead. Please, no details. Seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all. Wait just a minute. Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh? Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet. Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thought on the fight that you witnessed. Yes, Mr. Judge. Boy, this guy is really a sucker for sweet talk. Huh. It looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention. Yeah, it's sickening. Is this a different testimony? False statement. I was using my camera to take Did you say wildflowers? Yes, the mountain is famous for its beautiful spring wildflowers. But it's only February. Well, I couldn't wait for spring to come. Ho ho, I know just how you feel. Just like when I first started growing this glorious beard of mine. I just couldn't wait, so I wore a dyed blonde Santa beard until mine grew in properly. Would you mind if we got back to the facts of the case, Your Honor? I noticed there were two people standing up in the suspension bridge. Was there anything strange about the two of them? I am a bad girl. I know I am. Looked like they were having a really serious conversation up there. So I decided to watch them like some kind of a peeping Tom. No, not at all. Everyone is like that. I love watching other people fight too. In fact, I can't get enough of it. Actually, that's why I took this job in the first place. Too many side comments from the job. Too much info, Your Honor. In any case, it's perfectly natural for you to have kept watching them. Especially dressed as they were. Well, anyway, I was watching them very closely. Suddenly, they just started fighting. Do you have any idea what they were fighting for? No, I have no idea. Why do you ask that? Oh, I just thought that maybe you overheard what they said. بلا تصير. I would never I would never eavesdrop. I've got more class than that. That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the witness down to your level. The victims turned around and tried to run away, but... Victim, why do you think she tried to run away? With her police training, she certainly knew better than to turn her back on a criminal.
Objection!
This was a large, powerful man with a knife. If it had been a quaggy woman like you, I'm sure she would have acted differently. Quaggy, why you? If it had been me, I probably would have jumped into the river. There is still something wrong with this testimony. Shame. Okay, she's only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back. Oh, cover the press. Then there must be something strange that kills this woman. Be careful, Kitty. That girl was the judge wrapped right around her little finger. You're going to have a tough time poking holes in that testimony of hers. You're going to have to come up with something really good, Mia. Last statement. He's only got a weapon. So you're saying Sergeant Hawthorne wasn't able to get away from him? Well, it's a narrow bridge and it was swaying back and forth. If you ask me, both of them were in danger of falling off. I only wish I could have done something to help her. That seems to make sense. I wonder about that. Something seems kind of off. Huh. Doesn't it now? You have a good sixth sense. When you feel that something is off, that's when you need to figure out why. If Terry Falls isn't a criminal, then there must be something strange in that girl's testimony. Be careful, kitten. Oh, okay. Same one. Let's prevent. Let's keep rich.
Objection!
Witness, your testimony is a joke. والله أعطيت Huh? What? But I just... Miss Faye, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry. One short testimony and two bad contradictions. There is no possible excuse. You say there were two contradictions. It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the two of them were in the middle of the bridge. But as they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then, she would have hit a dead end. You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have run even 5. Because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side. Whoa. What does all this mean? It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That is all there is to it. That this is beautiful young lady has been lying to the court.
Objection!
Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, to the rescue. Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion. What do you mean? There is one major mistake in this diagram. What did you say? What are you referring to? It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it. So you are saying, I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, sorry, there is no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident. That's ridiculous. You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. That guy is good. What do you mean? He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright? That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy. What? That coward. Well, Miss Faye, seems you have once again made a reckless accusation. كل ما نثبت لهم انهم كذابين يقول شيء ثاني يثبت انه لا شيء استوى. ولا مبين الحين انها بعد غلط. Okay. I am so sorry. I should have been more careful myself. No. It wasn't your fault at all. Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I would like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw. Indeed. All right, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony? But it's so hard to go on. We're all on your side, Miss Foster. Okay, there is no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. From the crime. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. Witnessing such a violence must have been difficult. Yes, sir, I'm still shaking up. If he accepts this testimony as it is, we are finished. Don't say that. Oh well. Maybe I will stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make a really great matcha latte. This trial isn't over yet. That's what I would like to hear. Alright, Miss Faye, your cross-examination, if you please. The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack. Okay. خلنا نسيب. After he stabbed her in the back, quickly picked her up in the arms. That's priceless. Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down on the bridge? Actually, maybe she did. Of course, she didn't fall down on the bridge. If she had fallen down, this photo wouldn't make any sense. If that was the case, her coat would have been all muddy.
Objection!
You don't mind, I was asking the witness. So, no need to be so rude. Well, young lady, Of course, she didn't fall down. The man in the prison uniform grabbed her before she could. One step too slow. And then what did the defendant do after that? Then he carried her over to the car. You personally witnessed that? Yes. Did anything strange happen when he did that? Well, I don't know if you call it strange or not, but that's when the victim's scarf fell off. You mean this scarf? Her words match what we found at the scene. I don't see any problem. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself? Yes. Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would be difficult. Yes, but let's remember they were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse. Is it even possible for him to have carried a dead body on a bridge like that?
Objection!
Well, the fact of the matter is that he did. That kind of talk is just silly. Wow, why did he get so emotional all of a sudden? Miss Faye, if you think there is some other possibility, please share it with the rest of us. You couldn't just leave the body on the top of the bridge. Why do you say that? It's already a broken down bridge, hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide that corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it? Yes, but that mountain is famous among hikers. Surprising number of people go up there. But it's February, right? And it was raining that day, correct? There is also a small temple and a channeling dojo there. You know, those monks, they just love cold, isolated places. I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse could have been found at any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting what she witnessed with her own eyes. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. And you're absolutely certain that it was my client who was carrying the body. Well, he was wearing a prisoner's uniform, but as for his face, so you're saying you didn't get a clear look at his face? Well, they were far away and it was raining as well. I thought I was only supposed to say exactly what I saw. Excellent. You are remarkably honest young woman. Something about this testimony is bothering me. But what? Hey kitten, have you ever put salt in your coffee? What? No, why would I? Why not? Huh? It may actually go better with coffee than sugar, right? What? Listen, my point is if you're not sure, you might as well add a ton of salt to it. It might bring out the rust or something like piece of evidence. He's right, man. Go present something. We've got nothing to lose. By the way, I wouldn't put salt in my coffee. The two don't go well after all. ايوه كذا شو السالفة؟ بلدي جارماندو. اوكي لازم يصير بريزنت شيء. انا بجرب حظي بس لو عندي جيج هيلثفل بجرب حظي. كمل شغله على الجايد. killer not wanting his victim to be found. I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly ordered. There was much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Well, what is it? Take another look at the map of the area and you will see how. There is a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. هذا كلام جوجل أول ما بدينا. In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim body was carried away and never found. حسنت وهجة. If 10 murders were to occur at that same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water. Order. I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Faye, but I must admit it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river. Oh. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, how sad. Perhaps Miss Faye would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, we claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Quite true. Miss Faye, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all.
Objection!
But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous.
Objection!
Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car. That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Oh, please, witness, go on with your testimony. I will try. All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again. Who is he talking about? You. Alright, I'll do my best. After the stab, the man quickly picked her up. Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down on the bridge? Actually, maybe she did.
Objection!
Okay. Don't mind, I was asking her. I think I pressed it. Yeah, same. I think I have to get the...
Objection!
Well, Miss Foster, looks like you have done it this time. Done what? Made a crucial mistake. A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye? Killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes. Yes, and simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you try to see the car, the outcropping of the rock is directly in the way. يعني ما قدرت تشوف السيارة أصلا. That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car.
Objection!
I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of a rock. However, isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car. That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine. I'm so sorry. But that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge. The outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff. The view should have been completely cut off by this cliff. Still, you claim to have been able to see the killer's car. Order in the court. What is the meaning of all this? Bailo, this bail, it's not the bailiff. This Bailey Ho.
Objection!
Some words. Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it.
Objection!
Oh. But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Mr. Judge, what is it? I think I must have remembered things wrong. Hey, wait a minute! You can't just say that.
Objection!
Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Yes, indeed, quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine. What? I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here. What? That's what. Save the tears for later, kitten. Mr. Armando, don't look back until the trial is over. Now is the time to go forward. But that wasn't fair. Okay, kitten, you need to relax then. You need to remember the other kitten's testimony. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. So tell me, how did she know that? Wow. How did she know that he broke into the trunk? Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you knew that you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom. Well, witness, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain there were scratch marks from when he broke into it. I'm not a child. But what? Let me see that photo. It's true. These certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied? The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. He thought. What she just said is there a contradiction in there somewhere? Why is doesn't work? It doesn't work. Melissa Foster, looks like you have finally betrayed yourself. What? You said you were in a field taking photos of wild flowers. Even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when did you get a chance to see those scratches? Okay. I finally got her. I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself. Your Honor, there is only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was she happened to be passing by. She put the corpse in herself. She is the owner of the car. She put the corpse in herself. Let's go. There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches. Yes, what is it? Naturally, when she opened the trunk, she stuffed the corpse in herself. What the fuck? The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that. Don't think so, Miss Foster. Mr. Paulus had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk. He would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. But he stole the car. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light, which means that the key would have still been in the ignition. Oh, I see. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Paulus that put the body in the trunk. No. Preposterous to even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took. The corpse could only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. We already know that at the time she was taking photographs. Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There is no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself. Let's take another look at this camera. We'll see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Why, it's almost as if she had brought this camera just to take this picture.
Objection!
What are you trying to say then, Miss Wright? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field, as she claimed? Well, if she really did use the camera auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly, she was not in the field. With the defense, please explain further. Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? Answering that question will also make clear Miss Foster's true identity. Well then, please answer this question. Melissa Foster, when I think she was the victim. Sure. Yes, she was the victim. Take that. Naturally, the witness was right here, but that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Order, Miss Fay, what on earth? Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim.
Objection!
How asinine. Of course, Mr. Flawless met with the victim. Only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Flawless.
Objection!
You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne.
Objection!
What? I've never heard of anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo? It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. Oh shit. She's the one. Oh what? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Flawless met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me? Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Flawless himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne.
Objection!
But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted.
Objection!
Since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore. You are just making this up as you go along. Where is your proof? I've got all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. Oh shit, 3 points. At the time of the incident, Mr. Paulus had forgotten what Valerie Hodrin looked like. Okay. Victim. Education. Dr. Galia, tell us this time the whole truth must Mr. Fowles had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification, namely this muddy scarf. Was Mr. Fowles who requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hodrin. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster? No. اوف اختفت طاحت. اوكي she fell. Oh, where is Miss Foster? She's collecting herself in the lobby. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk that disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why did she do it? The motive. Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit. Huh. Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Till then, this court is in recess. Defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies. Yes, Your Honor. Understood. Very well, this court is in recess. To be continued. Oh. February 16, 1:14 p.m. District Court. London Lobby number 4. شو ربيع اذا
بعده والله.
وين
شكلي اكملها بعدين.
كيف اغير اللعبة؟ ليش على هذا؟ سكر الستريم